Ladies and gentlemen, today's first game is the Division II championship game. San Jose State versus St. Mary's.
Good morning, college lacrosse fans. Welcome to Los Gatos, California, where we are hosting this weekend's WCLL tournament to decide the automatic qualifier for at least the Division I division and the division champions for the Division II of the Western Collegiate Lacrosse League. I'm Chris Nespor, joined today by Josh Chen on the call for the games. Excited for a good weekend, Josh?
Excited too, Chris. The weather's beautiful here in sunny Los Gatos. Appreciate Los Gatos High School for having this tournament here again this year. It's a beautiful venue. Excited for a full day of lacrosse today.
Absolutely. Today's first matchup is the top seed in Division II, San Jose State, taking on number 4 seed St. Mary's. Now, there was quite a mix-up as far as seeding goes for the Division II, where we had multiple teams. The top three seeds there all were 4 and 2. Sorry, I mixed that up. It's the second seed, San Jose State, and third seed, St. Mary's. The top 3 seeds were all 4 and 2. Tiebreaker was decided where San Jose State beat St. Mary's, and Santa Cruz beat both San Jose State and St. Mary's. So UC Santa Cruz is your top seed in D2. But today's action between the Gales of St. Mary's and the Spartans of San Jose State should be a good one. I'm excited.
Can't wait, Chris. Definitely a couple players that we'd love to keep an eye on today, and I think a couple playmakers throughout the game that I'll have my eyes on. On the St. Mary's side, I've got number 7 and number 8, both earmarked for me. Number 7 is Matias Limon. He was a WCLL second team all-conference selection this year, playing for the Gales. And number 8, Timothy Daly for the Gales, is a WCLL first team selection playing in the midfield. Excited to see what they can do on offense.
Yeah, Limon last 2 years, 30-plus point scorer. This year only tallied for 18, though Coach Dobbs said probably has a little bit more. Maybe the website isn't the most accurate. On the Spartans side, Max Oshetsky, last year's WCLL Offensive Player of the Year and this year's one of this year's first team attackmans. He's one of the team's captains, number 4. He's going to be exciting to watch for sure. As well as their face-off guy, kind of a do-it-all guy, Hunter Dietrich, second team WCLL face-off. He's winning face-offs at a 2/3 rate here, and he also is no stranger to scoring points with 39 points on the year.
You love a face-off guy that can do it all.
All right, and our teams are set up here for the first draw of the weekend. That's Dietrich winning it forward. San Jose State setting up the break. Big shot right away. Max Oshetsky finds himself on the board. Spartans go up 1-0.
Quick one there. Just the two guys we just highlighted, Dietrich and Oshetsky. I think we'll be calling those names a lot today.
Yeah, you know it. Hey, pretty classic fast break right there. You know, face-off guy pinches and pops forward. We'll see on the replay here. Just a clean win forward. St. Mary's tried to put a pull on the face-off. That's the last thing you want if you're going to do that. And then Oshetsky just has time and room shooting from 10 yards. You know, if you're the Gales, you got to have a tighter fast break triangle. Dietrich winning it again to himself. Pressured by the pull. That's Ryan Coleman, I believe, wearing number 11. And a turnover. So we're going to see St. Mary's with the ball for the first time today. Tim Daly running it up the near sideline. One thing you'll notice, we're playing with the neon green ball today. That is the ball that is used at the MCLA tournament in Round Rock, Texas, and so the WCLL thought we might as well use it for our tournament as well. Hopefully a little easier to follow on the broadcast for all you at home. That's Shea Williams operating from behind. One thing Coach Dobbs for St. Mary's highlighted was that they really, really wanted to work the ball through X. That's the strength of this team, and they want to get it behind. Of course, as I say that, we have a shot from the midfield. That's Tim Daly taking a rip from the middle. Good job getting his hands free.
That was a good dodge topside there, Ness, and I think that the Spartans will take that look. Obviously trying to get into their offense a little bit, and I think they feel a little bit of the urgency here, knowing that it looks like the Spartans are probably going to come away with the face-off advantage, having won both of the first 2 face-offs here. So every possession definitely important for the Gales. We'll see if they can hold up on defense here.
Yeah, and that was a nice job clearing up the sideline by number 29, Akil Nambiar. San Jose State settles into their offense. And you bring up a good point about the face-off disadvantage, or at least the apparent disadvantage here through 2 draws. We'll keep an eye on that one if it stays an issue.
Gales here look like they're running a zone, playing defense and sort of a 3-3 type of situation here, passing off guys in between the zones. We'll see if that's something they stick with or if they're going to maybe go in and out and try and confuse the Spartans.
Oh, a great look there. Exactly how you want to beat a zone with that skip pass through the middle. A nice shot from Lucas Payne. Just rings off the crossbar. Able to get the ground ball. Finds Oshetsky. He's going to take another one. 2 shots, 2 goals. Max Oshetsky.
It's a great shot there to the lower left-hand corner. If you're Ben Kellogg sitting in goal and watching Oshetsky wind up there, you're just hoping that you can make a quick reaction save. That one, too good in too good a location.
Yeah, and oftentimes when you have that breakdown in your zone, right? We saw the skip pass come through, the shot off the crossbar. They chase a ground ball. You know, San Jose State comes out of it, but St. Mary's a little bit out of their zone. They're slow getting back into it. Oshetsky able to take advantage of the uncertainty with, you know, who's playing what corner there. St. Mary's pulling out a new face-off guy here. See if he can do something that'll work against Dietrich. Dietrich pops it forward to himself again. Oh, we've got an early release against the Spartans there. Looks like one of their pulls stepped out of the box before possession. Potentially, you know, a byproduct of fumbling the ground ball a little bit there. So St. Mary's gets away with one, or gets a little bit of a lucky break as Daly's going to clear up the near sideline here.
It's early in this game, Ness, but this sort of feels like a big possession here for the Gales. I think they obviously every possession you'd love to put one in, but I think with how the face-off battle is going, they're going to have to try and make every possession count here.
Katya with the big shot in the middle there, just misses high. To your point, Josh, absolutely. 2-0 early in the ball game. You're struggling at the face-off X. You want a solid possession here. Maybe it doesn't have to result in a goal, but you want some quality shots. And that first shot we just saw there from Dario Katya, we'll take that shot. Middle of the field, hands free. Off the reset. That's Matthias Limon with it. Dumps off to Kasia. Kasia split into the middle again, gets his hands free. Skip through, no one's there. Limon finds it. One more up top to Daly. Oh, great save there from Juchol Lee, the goalie for the Spartans. Should be a shot backed up. Yep, that'll be, official's going to restart it here. Oh, they call white ball. Okay. San Jose State defender must have been out of bounds there. The goalie for the Spartans there, Juchol Lee, 2024 WCLL Defensive Player of the Year for Division II. And showing you right there. Also, as Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-League goalie. Early in the game, I have him down for 3 saves already.
Lee's definitely going to have to be a difference maker today. I don't mind that shot there from Limon. I think he and Daly are going to have to be really big presences for the Spartans here for the Gales here offensively if they're going to want to stay in this one.
Coleman trailing Oshetsky. That's a matchup to watch. Coleman himself, he's a third-team defender. He's the best defender according to Coach Dobbs. So he's got his hands full with Oshetsky. Probing this zone defense, trying to force it into the middle was Enzio Meta, able to corral his own ground ball. Good patience from the Spartans, finding that passing lane through to Alex Hoffman there. Tries to sneak it near side, but Kellogg saw it the whole way. Restart it here. Interesting, we're playing against a zone defense, and it's kind of an open set, and now they fill in. They find their 3-3. Oshetsky shooting again. Kellogg got a piece of that one.
So far this possession, I think the Gales have done a good job in their zone defense. I think they're seeing some of the shots they want to see and getting some outside looks that hopefully can give Kellogg a little bit of confidence. Over and back penalty there.
Great work there from Daly to put pressure on that ground ball, making it so Meta could not pick it up cleanly, force the over and back as the refs discuss it. Yeah, when you're playing zone defense, Josh, you were just talking about it. The looks that you want to give up are those outside saves. You're trusting your goalie and Kellogg to make some of those saves. He's probably shown throughout the season that he's more comfortable there. You don't want to give up those doorstep looks, those dunks to the crease. You're going to crash on any passes inside. And like you said, that was a great defensive possession for the Gales.
Goalkeeping on both sides, I expect to be at a high level today. You mentioned Lee, who's in goal for the Spartans. He's the defensive player of the year, and he's shown you why so far today. Kellogg's no slouch himself, third team all WCLL, and excited to see him gobble up a couple more before this game's over.
Broadwell taking a run down the alley there, second team midfielder, dumps it back to Limon. Limon's going to curl around, draws a lot of attention there. Coach Dilemos for the Spartans there, he's very, very preoccupied with 7 in white. Mateus Limon, he's been a great player for the Gales for a long time, and they got to know where he is at all times. Great hitch move there. 22, not on my roster.
I've got Cicero, Charlie Cicero. I don't know if that's my roster says he plays defense, so maybe you're mixed up here. Maybe on this roster. I don't have him either.
Regardless, ball comes in from X. Oh, and it finds an open guy on the crease was Limon, but a nice save from Lee. Retained by the Gales. Hands free down the alley. Hit him right in the chest there. I guess that goalie, you got to make it work a little bit harder than that. That's Oshetsky getting in on the action on the clear. Some creative clearing concepts there from the Spartans. Oshetsky out of position, kind of looping into the defensive end. Finds himself an opening because of the chaos that was created. Skip through. Good hitch there by Meta. Smartly decides to pull it out and get his offensive scheme set up. Good job from Jack Lantier to get a stick in that passing lane. He got a piece of that ball.
It's definitely key to the zone defense, Chris, is having sticks up, getting them in the passing lanes, and trying to make those skip passes, which so easily beat zone defenses, a little bit harder to execute.
Oh, found a guy open on the crease. It was 28 for the Spartans. Big shot there, Enzio Meta. Sails high. We've got low time in the shot clock. Approximately 6 seconds, and the pass gets picked off there. Great stick again, Jack Lantier. Lantier, WCLL second team defender this year and last year. So, he's a player to watch. That's 10. 10 in white. Trying to clear through a double team, gets out of trouble. Great look inside to the cutter. That was Kachia on the cut. St. Mary's will slow it down here. This game has slowed down a bit since that hectic pace. 2 goals fast for the Spartans, and both teams kind of finding themselves, finding their legs. Playoffs come with some pressure and feeling each other out here. Good find inside. That's number 4 for the Gales, Dario Kacha, assisted by Limon.
Goal, St. Mary Gales. Number 4, Kacha. Assist by number 7, Limon.
It's a great look there, Chris. Limon draws a lot of attention, and rightly so. He gets to his left hand, rolls inside, gets some eyes, finds Kacha up top.
Yeah, and that's the second look inside. We saw the 2 slide for the Spartans was there on the crease, and Limon, his eyes just kept working upfield, found the guy, 3rd slide there. There was no one on the 3rd slide for the Spartans, and Kacha is able to put that away. That's a big win for the Gales. Ground ball for Limon.
It's the first face-off that St. Mary's has won today. Great ground ball there by the attackman and great heads-up awareness to pick that one up. Obviously, they're going to try and turn this into something on the scoreboard for them. But I think it'll be good to see what type of pressure they can put against the Spartans defense, the defense that just came off defending them just a second ago. And I know fatigue's a factor. Limon scores again there.
Yeah, and this is the last three, really, if you go back to the last possession. Last 3 attempts have come from an initiation behind. The previous shot attempt there, great action between Limon, Daly, and Williams where they're daring San Jose State to double. They're going to dump it over, get a step, and find that one more inside. That time, Limon's dodging hard upfield. Nice question mark move to the outside and puts it low to tie up the game, 2-2. Dietrich wins one. He's got one behind if he sees it. Bounces off that contact. Will clear into the offensive end. Oshetsky with it. Pass gets tipped. That'll be out of bounds. That is Spartan ball.
St. Mary's defense so far has started to settle in a little bit after those early goals, like you mentioned, Chris, and I think they're starting now to hit their rotations and hit their timing a little bit as Cutter comes through. Ooh, dangerous look there.
That was Dietrich, the face-off guy. We mentioned in the intro there, he can do it all. He's got plenty of points on the year and a nice cut through the zone. Just found the helmet of Kellogg. Reset the shot clock. Look inside, good crash on the crease. That's how you run a zone defense. St. Mary's very happy with that possession. Let's make sure they can clear it. Daly with it, finds Katya coming out of the box. Gets tripped up a little bit there. Daly able to cut off the break. Daly with a great hustle play.
Daly is all over the field. I love the hustle, and especially in the playoffs. Oh, and they get something good out of it.
Fantastic play, Tim Daly, excuse me. Daly getting the ground ball, taking the pressure, finding the open man. The open man in Kasia on the far side. When you get that break there and you drew that one upfield, that defender slid upfield to him. Fantastic feed under pressure in his left hand to find Kasia open down the middle of the field.
It was a great look there. Through a couple guys and all the way across the field. He dots him, and Kasia knows what to do with it. That's great.
We've got a face-off violation on St. Mary's. One of the wing players was on the line or stepped over the line early. And will reward the ball to the Spartans. Some heavy pressure there from Aiden Davis for the Gales. Nice move, Dietrich, getting himself right into the teeth of the defense. You're playing a zone there. We've talked about it a bunch. That's something that cannot happen against a zone. Great individual effort there from Dietrich. He sells the shot, gets the defender to bite high, rolls around him, and there's just no one there inside the zone to pick him up.
Yeah, no, it's really hard when the zone, especially at those top zones, if someone gets through and there's no one there, you find yourself right in the middle of the zone and in a soft spot of the entire defense. And Dietrich definitely knew what to do with there, took advantage. Let's see who comes away with this face-off here.
Dietrich won that one cleanly, but a little too much mustard on it as he tried to pop out to himself. Senjit for the Gales unable to come up with the ground ball. Results in possession for the Spartans. Meta operating from behind against Lantier. Oshetsky going to have a run at this shorty. There's a switch in the zone. Lantier and Meta going at it. Meta with a low shot. Nice save from Kellogg. And that's a great defense from Lantier there, right? You forced him into a spot where your goalie can make the save. If he gets beat to the middle there, maybe we're talking about celebrating a goal. Oh, big turnover there for the Gales. Nice play by Alex Hoffman on the Spartans to intercept the clearing pass. Failed clears will kill a defense. Let's see if they get bailed out here. Ball kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans.
Ness, you and I both know as defensive players, when you're clearing the ball, the middle of the field is a very dangerous place to throw it, especially in front on your half of the 50-yard line, and throwing the ball right in the middle of the field there. There's a lot of traffic oftentimes, and that time it ended up becoming a failed clear for the Gales. They'll get another chance here. San Jose State was in the crease.
Yeah, and if it's clear into the middle of the field, it seems tempting. There seems like there's a lot of space there, but it's so easy for the defense, the riding team, to collapse on you. And I'm seeing some heads hanging from players that maybe were involved in that last turnover, and it's the playoffs, baby. You just got to forget about it. Next play. And next play it was as the Gales were able to force a turnover. With a head of steam comes Kasha right down the left alley. Lee making another save. Lee's angles are really impressive to me early on. The way he's able to anticipate where that ball is going. He saved that one with his chest pad. Nice outlet pass all the way down the field. We got some action in the crease here. Clean action, as he's called for being in the crease. That was a great hit from Lantier after the stick check. Dislodged the ball and the stick from Meta. Both teams a little hectic in transition there. Nambiar tried to feed it inside again to Meta. Ball is saved. Nope, it was not saved. It went out of bounds. That's going to be St. Mary's ball.
I love the physicality, Chris. Just love to see it. It's the playoffs. Everything means a little bit more. Love to see these guys flying around.
Yeah, if you're a youth or even a high school level player here, you're going to see a lot more hitting, a lot less penalties. As we are in college. We're going to let the boys play a little bit. Operating again from behind. This is what the St. Mary's wants to do. That's Daly. Trying to sell a flag a little bit. I don't think he's going to get that one. Salgado going for a run down the right alley. Look inside. Ooh, great shot from Shea Williams. Call him Shea. And that's textbook draw and dump right there. You got the alley dodge, the slide goes, you follow the slide, you find yourself open with a shot. Again, Limon inside to Shea Williams, finishes low. That's their bread and butter. The Gales want to keep doing that all day.
Goal Gales, number 9, Williams, assist by number 7, Limon.
It's a great look again there, Chris. And Limon has definitely been their playmaker today. Off his dodges, he's facilitating a lot. Already has 2 assists for himself, and he knows where his teammates are cutting. It was a great cut there by Williams.
Yeah, you got to have that backside midfielder down if you're going to slide that early. We've seen, 3 out of the 4 St. Mary's goals have come from a pick play behind. So the Spartans maybe want to work to hedge those picks a little bit more. Don't get caught flat-footed coming off of that. If you are San Jose State, you always have Dietrich to come back to at the faceoff X. No matter what happens defensively, you've got a great chance to get the ball back and put one in the goal for yourself.
Face-off-wise, for those of you keeping track at home, I have 6 face-offs, 1 by Dietrich, 1 won by St. Mary's, and that's an 86% clip. Pretty tilted field here with that advantage. So we head to the end of the first quarter here.
Yeah, Dietrich again was able to get past that top middle defender and get a shot off. He ended up, the shot didn't come out clean, but that's a look that the Spartans can keep coming back to.
Chris, after being down early in the quarter 2-0, the Gales have come back and are now leading this game 4-3. You'll love to see that type of response after some early adversity. I know Coach Dobbs is going to be happy with that, especially Limon's dodging from behind. He's got 2 assists and a goal from those offenses that he's initiated from that spot. So Gales are definitely going to have to keep going back to that.
Yeah, fast start. I think, we saw Dietrich really run the show at the beginning. That very first play, he wins it clean. He finds Oshetsky at the top of the triangle for the Spartans. But they've played the face-offs a lot better. Maybe they're not winning them, but they're at least losing them to places that are advantageous as opposed to giving up that fast break. So that subtle adjustment at the face-off X can make a huge difference in how this game is going to go.
Absolutely. And I think this choice of his own defense here by St. Mary's is a pretty intentional one and is working pretty well. They've slowed down the game a little bit, and the Spartans, obviously, they thrive off of those fast-paced, uneven situations. Having the ability to slow the game down and really force the Spartans to beat them through the zone, I think has played to St. Mary's advantage. Obviously, the Spartans are going to try and continue to keep poking at the zone, either dodging past guys or finding good looks on the skip passes going through.
Yeah, 15 minutes of action in the books here at Los Gatos High School, with St. Mary's up 4-3 on San Jose State. We got 3 more quarters. We got 3 more games. Josh, we're in for a long one here, and if it's anything like this first quarter, it's going to be entertaining.
Can't wait.
Teams will flip sides with Dietrich, of course, coming back out to the face-off dot. Going to be Joseph Buckley on the wing. Buckley, we're looking at him here, is number 16. 42 ground balls on the year. He's the defensive captain. He's the only senior on this San Jose State team, which for a collegiate level program, having one senior, that means your future is bright, and that means that one senior, he's playing for a lot right now, and I think his teammates are playing for him too. Here goes Dietrich, right down Main Street, misses wide.
Dietrich is really instant offense here. He wins the ball to himself. He gets good looks.
Oshetsky,
wow.
Beautiful goal there. That placement, he rolls, he gets his defender to commit low, rolls back top side, and puts it opposite pipe.
Early hat trick for Oshetsky here. Just needed less than a minute going into the second quarter, and he's already got 3 for himself. I think the Gales may have to try and make some type of adjustment to try and slow him down a little bit. He and Dietrich are sort of having a lot of success at their respective positions, and I'm curious to see what adjustments Coach Dobbs makes here to try and slow them down a little bit.
And that is a face-off. Oh, they won the clamp, was Hayden Bradley, but Dietrich able to get the ground ball. Will keep possession for the Spartans. Dietrich's going to sub off, get some fresh legs in there, get some water, catch his breath a little bit. Ball's back to Oshetsky. There's the early slide, got a piece of that ball. I think that's what you have to do. Is you got to slide early and you got to maintain position on Oshetsky. Listed at 6'4", 205. Oshetsky, he's a big dude too, so you can't just slide with stick. You got to make sure you're coming with your body and disciplined in your how you're funneling him, right? Your positioning.
Absolutely, and especially in the playoffs. I think right now these guys know what's on the line. It's win or go home. And so if you are Oshetsky, I'm sure you're doing everything in your frame possible to get to the goal at this point. Defense has to match that and try and put a stop to him.
Payne with the ball. Passed down to 28 there. Do you have a 28, Josh?
I do not.
Either way, Spartans still have the ball. Hoffman with it to Oshetsky. Oshetsky going to work. You see him just lower that shoulder in there. He's trying to get top side on that defense. Misses the goal wide. Backed up by San Jose State. Feed inside. Oshetsky able to handle it and get a shot off towards the end of the shot clock. Shot went wide. I don't know whether it would have counted or not, but that was an impressive handle. As the Gales are going to clear the ball left to right here.
After a couple scares there, the Gales do get the stop that they wanted. If they can clear this up, we'll be excited to see what they can do on offense. I think they've got something going here with Limon, and especially his dodges from behind have been pretty effective.
Kasha with the one-man clear. San Jose State content to just drop into their defense. All three middies dropped into the defensive zone. It was just an attackman that Katya had to run through. Limon, patient from behind, waiting for his offense to set up. Feeds inside, almost able to handle it, was Daly. Trickled through to Kasha. Kasha gets the ball dislodged or wedges a shot. Lee ends up with it, running around, finds his outlet. Spartans clearing up the field. Oshetsky again getting involved in the clear. Payne taking some pressure. Good job to keep possession there.
Refs are letting him play today. I love that.
Oshetsky's got to like his matchup here, going against a short stick and Senjit. Rolling back top side, drawing two. Smartly moves it forward. Skip through to Oshetsky. Clean save from Kellogg. Fast transition the other way as Senjit's going to run the break. Want to push a little bit more middle there, draw that slide. Daly going through X, gets a pick from Limon. Sorry, from Williams. Daly looking quick out there.
Yeah.
Limon up the field to Katya. See some movement here from the Gales. Just a little bit of a set play as Katya sells the shot.
Oh,
takes a check, finishes high on Lee. Just a nice play design there just to evacuate that side of the field, let him go to work with space. As Katya able to put another one on the board. He says, Oshetsky, I see your hat trick. I went in on that too. Both number 4s on both teams with a hat trick.
Seems to be a good number to wear today if you're playing offense. I think that was a great play design there by Coach Dobbs. Knows that Katya likes his right hand. He sends not one but 2 picks, I think, and try and free him up. San Jose State is not able to protect that top side. Katya knows what to do with it.
Dietrich, strong face-off win again. Adding to his impressive numbers already. Great give and go from Dietrich. Shot off the pipe. Nice man ball from the Spartans, able to secure possession. Ball in the stick of Lucas Payne. Back to Oshetsky. Oshetsky again just lowering the shoulder, getting the defender off his line, rolls inside and puts the ball low for his 4th goal of the day already.
Goal, San Jose State Spartans, number 4, Oshetsky.
The Gales there, I think, will have to send an earlier slide to that inside roll. Oshetsky, he saw Katya score his 3rd, and he said, hey, I want a Texas hat trick instead.
Yeah, a little good early offense there from the Spartans, not letting St. Mary's get set up in their defense. You know, they were still subbing personnel in. That slide wasn't there, and Oshetsky just wins his matchup. Dietrich with another one. Rinse and repeat that all day at this point. St. Mary's really needs to find an answer at the faceoff.
Out of the 11 faceoffs that I have so far, I have San Jose State as the winners of 10 of them. And so I think that in terms of possessions and in terms of the advantage that is able to give a team 10 extra possessions in a game that you could get a goal each possession, it's really a huge advantage. I think St. Mary's, for that, is happy to be tied up 5-5 at this point.
Yes, Oshetsky there went to work against Lantier. Lantier dislodged the ball, but the ball made its way through the offense into the stick of a Spartan. So a great defensive play from Lantier. One of the few times we've seen Oshetsky lose it. Not rewarded, but see if he can maintain that sort of effort. Ground ball, Miles Phillips. After that ball kind of bounced around in the top corner a little bit. Miscommunication on the pick play, it looked like. Patiently clearing is Aiden Davis. Finds Dario Kacha. Kacha showing off his wheels. Draw and dump to Daly. Daly tries low. I don't know if the goalie got a piece or if it was a pipe there, but ball goes out on the sideline. San Jose State with the backup.
Oh, late hit there.
Big hit. Flag is down there. That's going to be Lamone spending some time in the box. Great job from San Jose State. Colin Fitzpatrick, number 13, to get that pass off, take that hit, and just bounce right up.
Excited to see this man up here, Chris. This will be San Jose State's first man up of the day.
It's going to be a 1-minute penalty for an illegal body check. Yeah, our first opportunity to see some special teams here. San Jose State looking like they're coming out in that 3-3 that's so popular with a man-up unit. St. Mary's in what seems to be a 5-man rotation. Yep, skip through will beat it. They got one more on the crease. Oshetsky says, I want one. He bounces it when it goes wide.
Like you said, Chris, I think the crease is, on that look at least, was pretty open. Oshetsky decides to take it for himself. I don't think either's
Still's
bad
open.
Look here. Ooh, off the pipe there. Dietrich with that one. Daly with a good hustle and good awareness there. The attackman backing up the shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy with that man-up possession if I'm San Jose State. I felt like they settled there for looks from up top. When you and I both saw it, Josh, the crease was definitely there. Hopefully Coach Delemos could see that, some of his assistants as well, assisted by Bradley Buchanan, Alex Gallardo, Winston Adams, and Mike Diaz. I'm sure one of those guys saw that action on the crease and is going to tell their players, hey, let's not shoot from 15 with the goalie staring us down. Let's try and feed it inside to get a better look.
Gales are able to kill off that penalty. Limon is now back on the field, fresh out of the penalty box. He'll look to do something with it to atone for those penalty minutes he just served.
Williams with it. Drops the ball, moving horizontally there. Great defense from Fitzpatrick there. Williams sizing him up, splits and rolls, moves it along. Ball in the stick of Corey Broadwell. Broadwell through X to Lamone. Lamone inside. Good job from Lee moving with that cutter. You see his feet. I don't know if we'll get a replay there, but the pass came inside to Daly. Lee just moved with him, kept his body in front of it the whole way. Down the other way goes Dietrich, missing wide. Way to push the ball in transition there. Settling it down is Alex Hoffman. Dietrich will sub out for his teammate Oscar Martinez. Just over halfway through the second quarter here, and we are tied up 5-5 with both teams trading blows, both teams getting good looks. We've seen a lot of that right there, where they just haven't connected, haven't finished in this quarter. As the game progresses, look for those sticks to get more comfortable, and hopefully those shots end up as goals.
We've touched on it a little bit, Chris. I think playoff nerves are definitely a real thing. Maybe not for that guy, but they're a real thing. You see some pretty routine passes and ground balls. Guys are thinking about it just a little bit more. They know it's win or go home, and so every play, trying to make the best of it. Sometimes it's almost better just to not even think about it at all. Great pick off there.
Oshetsky's pass intercepted by Broadwell. Broadwell getting pretty physical there with Martinez. Long pass through the middle. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted. Finds the stick of Limon. Limon, lefty, dodge up the hash there. Had an open man in Bradley. Bradley unable to wrangle the pass all the way up the field. Threw a couple checks there off the crossbar.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, that is Nicholas Coletta there. He's going to be having nightmares about that shot. There's a great clearing pass, finding him in space, and a good handle from Coletta, just unable to finish it.
You don't often see skip passes from close defensemen who are bringing the ball up the field like that, but that was a great find there.
Yeah, that's the second or third time Nambiar's been active in the clearing game, looking to feed someone, maybe get himself on the scoreboard with an assist. We've got some sort of misconduct, maybe an illegal sub on San Jose State. Ball is going to be with St. Mary's. San Jose State called a timeout to figure out what is going on and to settle things down, make sure they don't give up something in transition after that. Just a little bit of a surprise turnover. All right, we got a replay here of San Jose State's goalie Lee. Watch his feet here as he comes across that. His body just shifting with him, cutting off that angle as Salgado was trying to score. You know, Lee, we talked about it, you know, a couple times today. His positioning in net is outstanding, is you know, obviously showing why he's a deserving defensive player of the year and first team goalie. I have him down for 133 saves on the year, 60%. As a keeper there, if you are, you know, 60 is a great number. If you're above 60, you're doing a lot of things right. But typically, you know, at the collegiate level, 55 is where you want your goalies to be. Obviously, 50 is you know, 50-50 chance. So you'd like to be above that number, but getting above the 60 mark means you're seeing the ball quite well.
Yeah. 60% means you're making plays like that. That was a great play there. Basically an 100% chance of a goal except for Lee there, and he turns it from 100% to 0 in that one instance. Those types of plays are why he is the defensive player of the year. He's putting it all on display today in this playoff matchup.
All right, both teams in their huddles here. I think, you know, we traded blows early. It was 2-0, then it was 3-2, and then they went back and forth, back and forth. We find ourselves here in a 5-5 game with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first half. It's St. Mary's ball in their defensive end, so they do have to clear it still, and then they'll get an opportunity. I think, you know, St. Mary's looking at the benches here, talking with the coaches ahead of time. Not a team that necessarily wanted to push it a lot. They want to preserve their legs. It's getting a little bit warm here. And so I think this is a great opportunity. Let's get the ball in our offensive end, and let's have a nice long possession. Let's wear this San Jose State defense down and keep the ball out of Oshetsky's stick, I think is a secondary goal if you are St. Mary's.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the Gales, once again, playing that zone defense plays into this. Let's slow the pace of this game down a little bit. The thing that really helps with slowing the pace down is making the most of your possessions on offense. If there are quick turnovers, that really kills any type of pace, trying to control the pace of any game.
Kasha thought about it for a second, then dumped to space. Limon will set up the offense. Two-man game with Daly behind. Draws the switch as Limon wrap around, misses wide, backed up by Katya.
Limon's having a lot of success with those dodges from X. He's found a couple guys already, but in being able to dodge from X and get separation like that, he's able to get shots and draw a lot of attention from the defense. He seems to be able to generate a good look for himself most of the time.
And right on cue, dodges through the double team. Nice swim move. Gets his hands free and finishes right in front of the cage. No matter how good the goalie is, that's a goal 99 times out of 100.
Second goal of the day there for Limon, both of them coming from the same spot. His first goal was he scored left-handed. This time he goes right-handed, gets inside roll, beats the slide, puts it past Lee.
Yeah, Limon definitely showing off his two-handedness there. You see him dodging both sides. That keeps the defense on their toes. Both these guys, Limon and Oshetsky for the Spartans, they seem to just be getting whatever they want. They're moving their defenders. They're getting themselves to good spots, whether they're going to take the shot or get the pass off. Those two guys are the party starters for both these teams. St. Mary's with a big face-off win. As a timeout is called for on the field. I think that's a good timeout there for St. Mary's. You get 2.5, you don't get to reuse them. And with 3 minutes, 17 seconds left, it's a good time for your first timeout. You just won one of your only face-offs of the game. You just went up a goal. You really want to make sure you capitalize on this possession.
Coach Dobbs and the Gales here have a chance to go up 2 goals, which I think is a pretty big margin in this game, the way it's gone back and forth so far. 2 goals is the biggest lead that either team has had so far, and obviously no lead is ever safe, especially when Dietrich is winning all of these face-offs, except for that last one. And so I'm excited to see what the Gales are going to do with this. I think for Coach Dobbs here, he and his offense are in the huddle right now. I'm sure that they're going to draw up something for Limon here. Limon has got to touch the ball at least once. He's definitely been a catalyst for the Gales.
Yeah, they got a couple guys, right? Limon, Daly, and Shea Williams.
Yeah.
Kachia's been drawing that side from the midfield. So they got a lot of options as far as who they want to go to initiate with. I think what I'd like to see here, too, is take a little bit of time off. You don't need to push right now. San Jose State has shown a capability to capitalize in transition and push it and get those uneven goals. So that's the last thing you want if you're the Gales is a turnover, especially at the top of the box. You don't want to give them transition, which goes to one of the Gales' goals for the games is let's operate from behind with our guys.
Clock management leading into the half is a big topic, and in football, I know it gets scrutinized a lot, sort of the last 2 to 4 minutes of each quarter and each half especially, and no different in lacrosse. And so definitely looking for good clock management here out of the Gales with this possession.
Yep, and early on, Limon seems to like his matchup. He denied the two-man game, choosing to dodge his match. He got a step there. He got what he wanted. His left hand was free, but he tried to force it inside a little bit. It was picked off by Lee, and here goes the Spartans in transition. Oh, unfortunately, the ball just trails out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Gales.
Pretty fortunate turnover there for the Gales. They found themselves in a bad spot and slid a little bit upfield. I think that slide upfield ended up, in a way, surprising the Spartans.
Oh man, that's Ryan Coleman got a little bit greedy. I saw the cutter that he saw, but so did the defense. Knocked that pass down, and we're going the other way. Hoffman to Oshetsky. Oshetsky seemed to have a step there. St. Mary's maybe a little bit more of a man-to-man defense here towards the end of this half. So a little bit of a change-up. Oshetsky marked by Coleman. Up to Payne. Payne draws 2. Ooh, good pass down to Hoffman there.
Great backup.
Hit the pipe, backed up by the keeper, Kellogg.
Great backup there by Kellogg. That's a crucial possession win right there.
Yeah, it's a good job from San Jose State moving the ball, right? You draw 2, you move it one time, you move it a second time, and there's an open shot. Just unable to get that on target. Found the pipe. Here's Daly right down the middle. Big windup. Smartly pulls it back. Limon with it behind. Skips through to Daly. Daly, time and room. Goes low for the goal. Nice little celly there from Daly as well. Assist from Limon. Daly gets his first of the day.
Number 8, Daly. Assist by number 7, Limon.
This replay is going to be nice. Just all that attention that Limon draws. He draws 2 through there. Great skip all the way through. Daly, crow hop, goes low, just beats Lee.
2 players that we highlighted in the open, Limon and Daly, teaming up there for a nice look. Great shot placement there by Daly.
Oh, and a big violation for Dietrich. Gives the ball back to St. Mary's with 1 minute to play in this second quarter. St. Mary's up 2 with an opportunity to go up 3 with the way that Dietrich's playing at the faceoff, 3 goals would be a massive, massive buffer to give yourselves. And St. Mary's will call a timeout, make sure they can get the most out of what can and should be the last possession of our first half.
Sure, Coach Dobbs is going to tell his team a little bit about the clock and his sort of strategy for that. There's just a hair under 50 seconds left in this quarter. Shot clock is not a factor for the Gales at this for this offensive possession. I'm sure he's thinking of some creative ways to get his playmakers the ball here. They've had success behind. They've also had some success dodging from the midfield slot, going towards their right hands for Katya.
Yeah, it's always interesting coming in this situation, right? 50 seconds. Okay, we want the last shot. Well, what if that first dodge is there, right? As you're a player, your coach is telling you, don't take it, don't take it. We want to use the clock there. But sometimes that first motion can open up and can provide an opportunity. So kind of playing that game, seeing how these athletes, interpret the game plan but then capitalize on situations, especially towards the end of quarters and halves. It's always interesting to watch.
I think for San Jose State, thinking defensively here, you know who the playmakers are in St. Mary's. They're sort of dotted all over the field, and so you've got a tough task at hand here to try and stop them. That being said, if, Chris, like you mentioned, a guy gets a good look off of that first dodge, you're going to want to be able to slide early to him and make him make that extra pass, especially with such short time left. There's no real reason they should be giving up a look on the first dodge here, if at all they can prevent it.
Yeah, and I think that last goal, is a great look from Limon, but that's what you have to do. You have to take away 7 as an option. You have to force him to be a passer. That time he was, and he found his teammate. But if you could force him to be a passer and be tight on the backside, I think you got a good chance of getting a stop here if you're the Spartans. Here we go. 50 seconds remaining. Ball is in the back right corner with Limon. Clearly content to let that clock wind. We're working for the last shot here. Looking like kind of a standard offensive set play here. Kind of, initiate from behind. 2 guys on crease. 1 guy on crease now with a little bit of an umbrella set above. As then popping behind for a 2-man game is Shea Williams.
Spartans have elected to do an interesting defense here. They have 2 short sticks at GLE right now, and the 4 poles up top. Looks like they're trying to defend against a dodge.
He just kind of lowered his shoulder into that shorty. I think if you're playing a zone like this, the short stick job is to get him to turn inside into that slide coming from the pole. Feed goes high, ball's going out of bounds. That's going to be San Jose State ball.
A lot of times teams will shift into a zone if they've been playing a man to try and confuse the offense. I think San Jose State may have confused them there. Wow.
5 seconds remaining. He just hucks it down the field. Almost connects with his teammate. That's Hoffman. And also almost winning the goal itself. But it did not. And we have the horn for halftime in our first WCLL D2 semifinal with the Gales of St. Mary's up 7-5 on San Jose State Spartans.
That concludes the first half.
We're going to take a break here, get some water. We'll catch you guys for the second half. What's bound to be an exciting finish to our first semifinal game of the day.
Can't wait.
As Mike says, lacrosse is a sport with deep roots in American history, originating from indigenous North America. It was first played by the Ottawa, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy, and quickly spread across the continent. The Los Gatos Wildcats Lacrosse team are also selling shirts and other items at the store.
Welcome back for some second half action here between San Jose State and St. Mary's. We've got a good one on our hands here. I'm Chris Nespor, assisted here with Josh Chen on the color, and we've got a 7-5 ball game. Anyone's game, especially the way this game's being played here. Couple players that are standing out for us. I think it starts with Oshetsky for the Spartans. 4 goals on the day already. The only other goal scorer for the Spartans is Hunter Dietrich, who's my other one to highlight, right? He's the face-off man. He's winning at what's the clip you have there? You got that number?
I've got 77% for Dietrich. He's having his way right now with the St. Mary's face-off unit. And I think that those 2 guys are going to be guys we're going to continue to watch throughout the rest of this game.
Yep. On the St. Mary's end, we've got a little bit more balanced of a scoring attack led by Dario Kacha with 3 goals. Point leader is going to be Mateus Limon, 2 goals and 3 assists. And he's the one who's really driving the ship for the Gales, drawing a lot of attention, drawing that slide. You see him dodging, you see him assisting. Really a do-it-all guy wearing 7 in white.
Definitely. I know both coaches at the half are taking stock of both what's going well and what could go better. For the Spartans, I think definitely the face-offs and that face-off battle is going well. On defense, I'm sure they'd love to tighten up a little bit and try and figure out Limon. For the Gales, I think they've done a really good job of slowing down this game, playing in that zone defense. Clearing and managing the fatigue as this game wears on. The field is getting warmer. It's a beautiful day, but on the field the temperatures are a little bit higher. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. I think they've done a great job so far of moving the ball around. Limon with 3 assists and 2 goals, definitely spreading the wealth here, playing up to the moment.
Yep. We got 30 minutes of lacrosse still to play, with a spot in the D2 final tomorrow at noon on the line. St. Mary's going to have to continue to work, right? They have to go through Dietrich. They have to go through Lee and Cage. It's not going to be easy for either team. Excited to see how this shakes down. The Gales able to get the ball. They technically won the clamp on the faceoff, but Dietrich comes out. So it goes as a faceoff win for him. Down all the way, takes a shot, stuffed by Kellogg, ends up in the crease.
It's a great save there by Kellogg. Close the door on Dietrich. I think if you're the Gales, though, you have to be ready to slide to him. He's come down in transition a couple times. That straight down the heart of the defense. Would love to put a body on him and tell him that, hey, don't do that again.
Yeah, big guy coming down. You have, like you said, slide body. You have to stop him. You slide hard, you hit him one time, he's got to think about it twice the next time. Limon dishes to Daly. Daly rips high. Backed up by the Gales.
Maybe an early adjustment that we're seeing from the Spartans, sliding really early there to Limon, making him give up the ball there. I think
really early, but it came adjacent too,
exactly.
Which is something you want to limit. But you can see they're already showing almost in a backer zone potentially. Yeah. But they have those slides ready to go. Maybe Limon, another nice shot, hit either the helmet or the glove of Lee. Great ground ball from Daly. I think they're in this this hybrid zone where they're going to play the ball behind and have that auto slide with their shorts as a stoppage to reset the shot clock, as it did hit the goalie. Ball starts high with Kacha. Back to Limon. Limon operating from behind. Very familiar with it. Marked by Nambiar. Picked up by a shorty. Goes low. Limon letting him know, hey, that adjustment may not be the answer. Or at least not the way it was played. Limon, 3 goals for his hat trick, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points on the day. I think this is a decent strategy for the Spartans. Nambiar, he's got his hands full, but he's done fine. That slide just needs to come upfield. You cannot allow any player, let alone a player like Limon, to continue to get top side. If he does, he's going to place the ball in a spot where it's going to score.
Limon is definitely bouncing off guys and getting to his spots. And that last one, great example of that. I agree with you, Ness. I think it's a good strategy for the Spartans to send that early slide, but once again, the angles are going to be key here. Spartans win another face-off here and see what they can do with it.
Oshetsky feeding Dietrich inside. St. Mary's back in their zone. They hopped into a man-to-man for a little bit at the end of the half, back in that zone, but that cutter is running free. They got 2 guys on the crease. One of them's uncovered. This type of zone isn't the easiest to run against a 2-man crease, so let's see. That's a great adjustment from San Jose State to put 2 guys there. Let's see how St. Mary's handles it. Push and transition is 13 for the Gales. That's Hayden Bradley. Ball gets turned over right up the field. Nice outlet from Lee. Finds Oshetsky. No numbers, though. Let's see if he goes anyway. Running around, back check, nice job there. Miles Phillips, good job of recovering into the defense. Able to get a stick check on that feed from Oshetsky. Here's Martinez. Over to Meta. Finds its way back to Oshetsky. Oshetsky bobbles it a little bit, ball's in the air. Ends up in the stick of Ryan Coleman. A little frantic for the Spartans. Limon rolling high again. Like you said, Josh, just getting to his spots. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I see if I'm coaching or when I'm playing or I'm watching. When your player beats you or goes low down the alley, that's what you want. What you can't have is him come back on this roll. You just got to stay on his back there. Trust that slide is going to come and crush him. You can't allow that roll back to the middle.
Absolutely.
Great finish from Limon.
Great location there on the shot. He's getting to his spot, and he's put it high just these past 2 times and beaten Lee.
Yeah, and if you're Lee, there's really not much you can do in that situation. Some frustration showing maybe for the Spartans as Dietrich won the face-off, but maybe his wing didn't hear the release call. Maybe there wasn't a release call, but he made contact and took out as one of the Gales midfielders. It's going to result in, let's see, probably an illegal body check. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty. St. Mary's with a chance to go up 5 goals. We were talking earlier that 2 goals felt like a lot. Well, 5 goals is definitely a big margin in this WCLL semifinal.
Absolutely, Chris. And when the game was at 5-5, I think that both of the teams were really trying to grapple for control of the game. St. Mary's has done a really, really good job of controlling the ebbs and flows a little bit, being opportunistic.
Shea Williams for a run inside. This is our first opportunity to see St. Mary's man-up unit. So far, they've generated a good look. Operating out of that 2-3-1 or a 1-3-2, depending what coast you're from. Skip through to Limon. Nice back check. Ball staying with the Gales. Daly, little hitch move. Just misses wide. Almost found the pipe there. Shea Williams with the backup.
Coming out of the half, sometimes you can have it can sometimes take a little bit to wake up. Great pump there. Spartans seem to be suffering a little bit from just coming out of the half and trying to regain their footing on them. St. Mary's has really come out with fire here.
Limon to Daly. Daly hitch, top side, top corner. Have yourself a day number 8. Have yourself a day number 7 with his 8th point on the day is Limon with the assist. Daly, fantastic move to get back to the middle. Just a heavy hitch right there. Gets that defender to bite. Hands free. Off stick corner. That'll work.
It's a beautiful move there and a beautiful shot. Gales have scored the past couple of these goals, like you mentioned, Chris, on the off-stick high side. We'll see if that's an adjustment that Coach Dobbs had them do and if they continue to consistently shoot there or if they've just had some recent success in that spot. I'm curious to see some of the mind games here and how Lee bounces back. He is the defensive player of the year for the WCLL Division II, and so you know that he's got to have a short memory on these and will bounce back.
Dietrich winning the face-off there. Dietrich and Oshetsky going to have to make something happen. That's not it. Good backup. Keeping the ball in play is Meta. Coach Delemo said Meta may be their best player, which is quite a statement when you've got Oshetsky on the same team. Meta, he's had a bad ankle or a bad knee and a bad wrist throughout the season, playing through some injury today.
It's a great collapse there by the St. Mary's defense. Ball got to a dangerous spot, and they sent a couple guys to it, slid body to it that time. That was great.
Oshetsky feed inside. Martinez had a look there. Saw the whole way was Kellogg making another save. Patient on the clear is St. Mary's. Oh, just an errant pass in the stick of Dietrich. Dietrich's going to go. Seen this far too much today. Right down the middle. Great save from Kellogg.
Yeah, good call.
We've got an offsides here against St. Mary's. They will be man down, or San Jose State will be man up for 30 seconds. And talk about an opportunity, right? You just had a failed clear. You took maybe an ill-advised shot there. I would have liked to see Dietrich move it a little bit more, but you're rewarded here with a man-up chance. Down 5 goals, haven't scored yet this quarter. Really, really need one here to feel like you can get back in this game.
San Jose State has seen St. Mary's go on this 5-goal run. Would love nothing more than to try and stop the bleeding a little bit. I think the tendency when you're down and you start to see yourself get down is to rush things.
That'll do it.
There.
Meta with an absolute laser from the outside, assisted by Dietrich. And that's one. Let's keep them coming, Sparty.
Great.
Just a good job beating the rotation there. It felt like St. Mary's was a little extended on this near side, and the backside slow to rotate up. Good job keeping the ball hot by Dietrich, finding Meta in that top corner, and just excellent placement.
Spartans are definitely going to try and play make it, take it lacrosse here as Dietrich wins that faceoff.
Dietrich wins the faceoff, takes it inside, takes a shot, misses cage. If you're going to miss, that's what you want to miss.
I think the Spartans, they've scored a goal and broken a scoreless drought that dates back to that second quarter. I think that now they're going to hopefully try and get some of the momentum back on their side a little bit.
Nifty little behind the back attempt from Meta there. And with that, I've won the race to Nifty. For anyone keeping track at home. Didn't work too well, but Meta able to get the ground ball either way. Oshetsky feeding up top.
You just mentioned the ankle.
Oh, man. Great cut. Bardowski. Payne able to dodge to the middle. Finds Martinez. Martinez, fantastic goal. I'm excited to see this replay here. Just see Martinez flash on this cut off the opposite side. Oh, that's nice right there. You can see Goodman thought it was going high all the way. It just snuck under the crossbar. And just like that, we got a 3-goal game. Dietrich maybe needs a little bit of blow. We've got another face-off guy in there for the Spartans. That's Sharma. Next man up mentality as Sharma able to secure a face-off win for San Jose State.
Chris, you and I know from playing this game, momentum changes really, really fast. And the Spartans are now on a 2-goal run themselves. They've trimmed the deficit from 5 to 3. I think that with the face-offs that they're winning, I'm sure they still believe that they can come back in this. And I know they're going to try and get another goal here. See if they can put one in.
Yeah, there was a second there. If you're St. Mary's, you're feeling comfortable. Oh, we're up 5. Well, now you're down. Now you're up 3, right? And that happened quick. And you're far less comfortable now, and you may be even a little bit more worried because that San Jose State showing that they could string together goals in quick succession. Got a big skip up top. Meta going through everyone. Shot gets blocked. St. Mary's player felt that one in a not so great spot, I think. Shot was blocked. It was picked up by a Spartan offensive player who took another shot that missed out of bounds. So the ball will be with San Jose State as we tend to the St. Mary's player.
Was a flag down there, Chris. Looks like number 28 for St. Mary's is headed to the penalty box. Let's see what infraction he committed.
Yeah, I mean, when Meta was dodging through everyone there, a lot of times penalties can occur because you're just kind of hacking at anything you can. This guy seemingly has the ball still in his stick. How does he have it? There's 4 of us there. Sticks are flying. A lot of times penalties can result there. I didn't see the call. We'll see if we get one, if it hasn't been assessed yet. But it is 28, Jared Roletta in the penalty box for St. Mary's, providing another opportunity for the Spartans. Look inside. Just missed the pass there. That was Dietrich trying to find Coletta on the crease. We mentioned it earlier. The crease is open on man up. They saw it too. Went for it there, just unable to connect. St. Mary's going to try and clear man down.
St. Mary's really needs to clear here. They need the ball. They've seen San Jose State score 2 quick goals, and the key to that is that San Jose State has scored on consecutive possessions. The Gales have not been able to touch the ball because the Spartans have won the faceoff.
Yep, and if you're in a kill mode here, this is the guy you want to have the ball. That's freshman Dario Kacha. He was a second-team WCLL midfielder as a freshman. We've seen many times today his explosiveness and his speed. There's a turnover there thanks to a missed ground ball. San Jose State with it. They do still have a man advantage for approximately another 5 seconds. Look inside. Good stringing together there on the break. That was Oshetsky over to Hoffman.
Goal, San Jose State Spartans, number 14, Alice Hoffman.
Transition there generated by the Spartans.
Yeah, Payne to Oshetsky. Oshetsky to Hoffman. Hoffman finish high. Good job, good patience there. A lot of times when you're on the doorstep, you just kind of want to get rid of it. You anticipate the defense crashing or the goalie coming out. Maybe you miss it because you're worried about it. But he looked that ball into his stick. He calmly put the ball in the back of the net, secured another goal, and we've got a 2-goal game here. San Jose State with all of the momentum.
The Gales need to take care of the ball here. They won a precious face-off. Those have been hard to come by today. I think they definitely want to get a good possession here and a good look.
Limon draws 2. Back to Daly. Daly one more. Bradley with the big shot. Misses wide. I'm a big fan of the font used on the St. Mary's jerseys.
It's very classy.
Limon trying to feed inside to Williams. You know, that's there when Limon's drawing so much attention. The back cuts are always seemingly to be there. Just got to connect if you're St. Mary's. There's another one. Hayden Bradley going for a run down the right alley. Nice trail check. Peraza. Big defensive stop from San Jose State, but they give it right back to the Gales. Kacha with the ball in the offensive box. Dodges through 3 guys, finishes. Kacha taking advantage.
Goal, St. Mary's, the Gales, number 4, Dario.
Again, showing his explosiveness there. I see, I saw his teammate Daly on the far side saying, hey, let's settle this down. Kacha says, nope, I see a lane. Puts his foot down, shoots through 1, 2, third check, finishes. That in that situation where St. Mary's probably subbing their guys on, we just had a failed clear. You really, really can't give up that look if you're the Spartans.
Especially not to Kacha. That's his 4th goal of the day, and he's definitely been a standout player for the Gales, one of their main goal scorers. He stops the bleeding a little bit.
Dietrich comes back in, hoping to right the ship. Dietrich, strong bull dodge. Loses the ball. We got a loose ball hold going against St. Mary's.
Some extracurriculars going on there. The officials will break it up.
Yep, and that's playoff atmosphere, right? It shows how much this game matters to these players. You know, a little chirpiness, a little chippiness, I think adds to the game. Good job by the officials to make the correct call, settle it down, remind the players, you know, what is and is not acceptable. Dietrich drawing the pole out of the zone. Here's Oshetsky. We haven't said his name much this quarter. Dietrich, time and room from up top, but goalie staring it down the entire way was Kellogg. San Jose State ends up in the crease. That's going to be white ball. Oh, but we have another official here saying maybe it's a loose ball push. That's why he ended up in the crease. Change of the call. It's going to be a loose ball push against St. Mary's. So remain San Jose State ball. I thought that was a good look from Dietrich there. I think he's settling for that shot in the middle of the field. I think, you know, maybe he needs to take it right away when he receives that pass. When he takes his time, he lets Kellogg stare him down.
Dietrich definitely has a good shot. I agree with you, Chris. I think he just needs to be a little bit more decisive with it there.
San Jose State, you know, getting this zone a little bit out of sorts. Coleman, or my apologies, Payne with it over to Oshetsky. Oshetsky, he's marked by the shorty in the zone, so that would change. Over to Mehta. Mehta, big shot from the outside there, you know, misses wide, so it remains San Jose State ball. Maybe we want to work a little bit harder there. Mehta letting his emotions, you know, get a hold of him a little bit. You saw him earlier, you know, call his defender out there, egg him on a little bit. Mehta goes for a run inside. Knocked down. Good kick out there from Lantier. That's Senjit clearing the ball for the Gales. And a timeout called for St. Mary's in a 3-goal game with 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. You know, big defensive stop, long possession, got the clear. Good time to call a timeout and just remind the team to stay settled. Remind them what's at stake. Come out with a plan. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. You can't take the whole thing, right? Shot clock's in play. We've got some thoughts by the St. Mary's coach, Matt Dobbs. Some halftime thoughts. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right, Coach, you got a 2-goal lead going into the second half. How do you think your guys are playing, and what are you planning to do in the second half to maintain that lead?
For us, it's coming down to playing smart. Not worrying about transition. We're not winning the face-offs. We're not, you know, doing that much in between the boxes, but it's when we get settled sixes, play smart, run our plays, get it to our best players. I mean, that's our strategy today. We're looking for role players to be role players and our stars to step up. So far that's been it with number 7, Matthias. I think he's got 5 assists. So we're putting the ball in his stick and good things will happen.
Awesome. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Playoff stash looking strong on Coach Dobbs there. We apologize for any crinks in your neck having to watch that video, as you know, we're trying to bring some fun footage to you, some good insight to the game, and we'll fix that for our future broadcasts, I'm sure. But you hear Coach Dobbs talking about the things that are going well, and I think if we asked him right now, he'd have a lot more things that are going well, right? St. Mary's came out at halftime, or after halftime rather, really on fire. Stringing together, getting up for a 10-5 lead after it being 7-5. So 3 goals out of the gate. You know, San Jose State has answered that with 3 of their own to make it interesting here. It's a 3-goal ball game. With, you know, in lacrosse, 3 goals is nothing. And we say that all the time. This game can change on a dime thanks to, you know, a variety of players. If you've got a strong goalie, if you've got a strong faceoff guy, you got a couple do-it-all offensive players, which, guess what, San Jose State does have. So look for those players to take over. In Lee, Dietrich, Oshetsky. Mehta seems to be, he wants in on the action a lot right now too, so watch for him to take over a little bit.
Absolutely, Chris. I've been really impressed with how St. Mary's has sort of weathered the changes in momentum that have happened so far. They carried their momentum through with them from the first half into the second half, and so far I think have done a good job of surviving this brief run that the Spartans have had, answering on their own with their own goal, trying to put another one in here. I think that they so far have done a good job of handling their emotions. I think you see the Spartans a little bit letting the fire, obviously being down a couple goals and having to come from behind in playoff time really ignites a little fire in you. So
that's a good start for Lee there. Limon got a step and Lee just robbed him up high. Again, just I think, misplaying the pick play at X was San Jose State, and Lee bails them out with a big save on Limon. Gives the ball back to his team as they look to get one here, or maybe more than one before the end of the quarter. Oshetsky drops his shoulder, gets topside. Kellogg, great save. Big ground ball here. Yellow's got the numbers. San Jose State's got to work to pick it up. No possession yet. Still.
All sort of hot potatoing around down there. Looks like San Jose State will come away with it.
That's Payne coming out with it. Payne to Oshetsky with a lot of room. Great save, Kellogg. Oh, I'm not tracking saves here, but Kellogg's had a number of saves this quarter on shots that really were scoring in the first half.
Absolutely. St. Mary's did a good job there. They did give up top side to Oshetsky, but they were able to keep him out on the perimeter of the field there. I think that they'll trust Kellogg to see those shots, and he's been making that trust pay off, and making a couple big saves recently.
Limon draws the double team. It's a good double from San Jose State.
I believe they were able to double because they were offsides, I think. Yes, I see Oshetsky on the defensive end. So.
Oh yes, thank you, Josh. I did not see that. That would explain a lot. Oftentimes when you're offsides there, what do you like to do? Do you like to double? Do you like to have that auto slide? Because it goes back and forth, right?
Definitely. I think in that case, obviously the double team worked well there. It depends, obviously, who has the ball. Limon behind has been pretty dangerous for the Gales, and the Spartans could have played that either way. I think the result there was the one that they wanted, and so double teaming ended up working out for them there. Sort of depends on the personnel, I would say.
St. Mary's with a big chance here. Man up for another 15-ish seconds because of that offsides penalty. Generated some good looks last time they were man up, though I don't think they cashed in on it. But here's maybe a chance for Daly. Daly with that early bouncer, seen the whole way by Lee. Both goalies making some fantastic saves as time expires in our third quarter. I believe that penalty released, so it'll be an all-even face-off to start the fourth. Third quarter was a lot of action there, Josh. It was 7-5 ball game at halftime, so that's 4-3 in a quarter. A little bit, but maybe I guess that's technically the same amount of offense, but it felt a bit of a faster pace, maybe a bit more frantic. Maybe we're feeling that second half of a postseason game.
Absolutely. It's heating up out here, and it's heating up in the game. You saw some swings of momentum there in that quarter, which I thought were great. You saw San Jose State really feel some of that urgency and put a couple goals in. And you saw St. Mary's respond and quell that run. The Gales, at the end of this quarter, have actually increased their lead, believe it or not, after having a quick run there by San Jose State. And I think that the fourth quarter will really be determined by the ability to control the emotions, fatigue out here. It is getting warmer. And then, of course, just valuing the ball, making sure that there's good clock management late in the game, but just more generally that there aren't quick turnovers on the offensive end for both teams. That's been definitely a source of transition opportunities today.
Yep, and we're seeing some great highlights here. These last few from San Jose State. That one was beautiful. No shortage of fireworks from these teams. 11-8, this is the shot clock era, so those scores tend to be a little bit higher. But I think 15 is going to win this game. You want to get to 15. If you're under that, you're going to be sweating it out.
Definitely.
Hey, you see our Twitter or X handles or whatever you want to call it there. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know some thoughts. We'll give you a quick shout out. As you see, Kacha, man, he's been impressive. He's like water through rocks when he's clearing the ball, when he's dodging. He's just very, very smooth and obviously quick.
Absolutely. He's really impressed me today for the Gales. Limon has really impressed me. I didn't know that he would have a Texas-sized assist trick as well as a Texas-sized goal trick today.
Yeah, we've got 3 players with 4 goals apiece across both teams. Kacha for the Gales has 4. Limon has 4. Oshetsky has 4. Let's see who can get to that 5. One of them's going to get it.
Absolutely.
Dietrich lining up for the face-off. Looks to be against 22. Maybe that's Cicero. No, that's on the wrong team there. St. Mary's, great ground ball. Big face-off win to start the 4th quarter for the Gales. Daly secures. Daly, right-left split, up the hash, rolls back. With the shot clock, right, no longer are we in kill mode regardless of the time or the score in the 4th quarter. You've got to go. And so teams, looking to push at all times really keeps the defense on their toes. As Daly goes for a run, that's outside the cage.
For those at home, you may have heard some cheering from the crowd. Any shot that goes outside the goal but hits the net on the outside, we call those mom goals.
All the moms think it was a goal. They just look for the net moving. Turnover for the Spartans. It's going to be St. Mary's ball.
It's a costly turnover there for the Spartans. You play good defense, you get a shot and get a stop, clear the ball, and you're almost into your offense, and then you throw it away. Every possession counts, especially in the 4th quarter of a playoff game as the ball hits the ground again. San Jose State is able to ride it back and get the ball to Oshetsky here.
We talked about nerves at the beginning of the game. Are there nerves in the 4th quarter too?
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like for playoff games, getting into the game, it takes a couple minutes to really get your legs back underneath you. After that first ground ball, or that first time the ball touches your stick, or the first time you land a check on someone, that usually quells the nerves. But then in the 4th quarter, everyone starts to take a look around. Everyone knows the score at this point. Everyone knows what they have to do in order to win this game.
Meta to the middle of the field, all the way home. 1, 2, 3 defenders as Meta with his 2nd on the day.
Meta definitely knew what he had to do there and to get the Spartans back in this game. Cuts the lead to 2 by dodging through 3 guys and getting his 2nd of the day.
It's just great move through those 2 shorty defenders. Nice stick protection. Kind of sold like he was going to keep sweeping. Let his stick dictate his dodge. Right, throwing his stick to the middle. His body followed. Dietrich, big face-off win there. You can see Dietrich's legs maybe catching up to him a little bit. He's been working a lot today. Earlier in the game, he's taken that in. He's going for a run. Now he's content to dish off to Meta. Push. Bails out the Spartans there. Oshetsky up top to Meta. Low to low. Doesn't go. Misses wide.
Meta comes up grabbing his leg there.
Yeah, and he's one Coach Delemos highlighted. He's had some injury issues throughout the year. Hasn't played in a majority of the games. Still able to put up an impressive stat line, 15 goals on the season. But including Meta had 7 goals against St. Mary's last time these teams played. You can see he is gutting this one out. He does not want to come off the field, but he is 100%, or he is 100% not 100%.
See if St. Mary's can clear here. The ball to Daly. Daly knows what to do with this one. Brings it down to the offensive end.
Lamone through X. Again, that early slide to Lamone. Lee sees the shot all the way. Broadwell tried to put one in on him. Lee eats it up, pushes transition. This is, I think, where San Jose State has excelled. Good job. Oh, my goodness.
What a save.
Corralling that ground ball was Meta Kellogg. Low save. Ball bounced up high. End-to-end action here in Los Gatos. Here comes Kasha, open on the crease. Ball gets knocked down. Nambiar chases it. We got numbers for Spartans. Oshetsky inside. One more. Oh, dropped it. Good look there from Martinez. That was Hoffman just unable to handle the pass.
Up and down lacrosse here, Chris. I'm surprised that so far all of these possessions back and forth have resulted in no goals. Great play by the goalie, Kellogg, 2 times ago. Nambiar slid up field that last time and was able to pick off the pass with his stick, and now the Gales will look to settle it up here.
Kasha draws a slide, misses wide, backed up by San Jose State. A little bit of a mental error there for the Gales. You can't have shots not backed up when you're trying to hold on to a lead here.
It's great awareness there by Joseph Buckley, the senior for these Spartans, making a heads-up play and earning his team possession.
San Jose State calls timeout with 10 minutes and 27 seconds according to the scoreboard. I know you see 10:26. We're just a little bit, we're talking milliseconds. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 2-goal game. San Jose State looking to draw one up here, make it close, make a run with a chance to, a spot in the title game on the line.
I feel like Coach Lemos has got to be drawing up a play here for that definitely has to go through the stick of Oshetsky. He's been their best player. I think Maita may have one to say about this play too. So I think both of those guys are going to end up playing a role in this play. We'll see what the Gales end up doing here. I know at the end of the first half they switched into a man briefly. They've been sticking with their zone for the most part today. I'm curious if they try and throw a wrinkle into their defense and try and confuse the Spartans here.
Yeah, at this point, how much of a wrinkle is a wrinkle out of a timeout? Some teams get a little bit predictable in those change-ups they like to throw. All these teams, they've got film. They know what the other team is trying to do here. So if St. Mary's likes to come out of a timeout in this man-to-man set, let's draw up a man-to-man play. Versus, sometimes teams come out in a zone and they strictly only ever do it out of a timeout. In the postseason, those wrinkles maybe a little less wrinkly.
Absolutely. Tendencies and tendency breaking. Those are key things in the playoffs. Got to stay unpredictable. It's always hard to beat a team once. It's even harder to beat them twice or 3 times, and especially these in-league teams where you see them multiple times a year. You sort of get a feeling for who their players are, what their strategies are, and then what their tendencies are in crunch time situations like this. So It'll be interesting to see what both coaches drew up here.
Yeah, and last time these two teams met, San Jose State, they won 15-11, bolstered by a 6-0 first quarter. Which the way this game started, it felt like maybe that was going to happen again here. We can appreciate how a 6-0 quarter might have happened with some of the players wearing yellow today. But a little bit of a different story here thus far. That ball is tipped, so it will stay with San Jose State.
Maita with it now. He's limping a little bit. He's going to gut it out, but you can tell he's hurting.
Oshetsky tried to feed inside, knocked down by Lantier. Lantier still with it. Tried to go back to Kellogg. Missed pass there. That's a big missed opportunity for the Gales. so far out of a timeout. I don't know what they've really drawn up, except maybe that. Good shot right there from Lucas Payne. They do seem more patient right now. Their offense throughout the game has felt frantic or one guy dodging, typically Oshetsky or Meta, and now they're a little bit more patient. They're trying to work it and beat the one or the first or second slide. As that pass to the crease didn't connect with Hoffman there. There was an attempt at a golf goal, but they didn't connect on it either. Meta showing his passion.
He is gritting it out right now. Great hustle on the St. Mary's side to get it back.
Yeah, Hayden Bradley working to get the ball back. Oshetsky all over him. Dump to space, right to Meta.
You can just see how bad both these teams want it. Love to see the effort on the ride.
With the ball right now is Aryan Gar. Over to Hoffman. Oshetsky at X. Oshetsky left-right split. Tries to go. Good collapse by the St. Mary's defense. And that's a free collapse if you're on Meta there, as he's kind of just hanging out outside. Obviously not feeling too well, so good job by Hayden Bradley to collapse on Oshetsky. Oshetsky now draws Bradley, gets to the middle. Shot, nice save, Kellogg. That's a big possession right there for St. Mary's.
And a big clear, too. You get the ball in Daly's stick. He's going to settle things up here. Limon dodges around. Wow, individual effort all the way around. Great play there by Limon.
And that is the 5th goal for Limon. We were waiting for one of them to score 5. That time he did. Paid the price as we see his helmet on the ground there, but maybe a brief moment of celebration where we can all see the joy in his face having scored a 5-piece in a playoff game. Limon just getting topside again. Oh yeah, that's the high and late there. We'll see how much time they're going to call. They're going to call a cross check to the head. 1 minute, full time. And the biggest piece of that penalty is that it's on Dietrich. So now San Jose State, man down. It is a face-off, but they don't have Dietrich out there to bail them out. It's going to be Oshetsky taking this draw for the Spartans. And St. Mary's with a chance to go on a little bit of a run to put their stamp on this game. Oshetsky had it for a minute there. Kacha able to wrangle up the ball. St. Mary's will settle into their man-up offense. Timeout called by Coach Dobbs. Looking to maximize, right? You got a locked-up penalty. Let's call the timeout. Let's get our personnel on. We don't have to waste some of that time. And then, ideally, we're locked up here. We want to score quick. We want to go get another face-off. We want to do it a second time, maybe a third time. And so a smart timeout there from Coach Dobbs. St. Mary's, they've been operating that 2-3-1 man upset. I'd say looking to bang it around a couple of times, get the defense moving, try and jam it into the crease. If you're looking for that quick goal, that's one way to get it. We'll see if they draw up another.
Can't emphasize enough how big a penalty this is and how big a moment this is. Dietrich really, in that situation, hurting his team by putting them down a man in this critical situation. San Jose State right now down 3 goals. They desperately need a stop here. Trying to get the ball back and get it back on offense. I do like the timeout here by Coach Dobbs. get his team all settled in, remind them of the situation. There's a little more than 7 minutes left in this quarter, in this game. Get a good look here, draw up a good play. I think the one advantage that they do lose is that they had Oshetsky on the defensive end, playing man-down defense there. I think, though, reminding your players of the situation, and they've had some success getting good looks and man up, even with the San Jose Spartans' regular defense out there. And so I think that Coach Dobbs probably wants to just remind his guys in the moment and make sure that they have the right play that they want in there for this time. 4-goal lead here would be really feel very, very hard to overcome with, I guess, a little bit less than 7 minutes left after this possession is over. That being said, with the way that the Spartans have controlled the face-off X, once Dietrich gets out of the penalty box, anything can still happen.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That'll help St. Mary's. That's Daly going high for his third on the day. Assist from number 12, Broadwell. And I was gonna mention before, as you were kind of, waxing poetic about similar ideas here, there was a lot hinging on that possession. If it's a stop, you could push the other way, it'd be a 2-goal game. If it's a goal, now it's a 4-goal game, and you're still man down. So a very, very impactful goal scored there by junior Tim Daly.
He's fired up on the sideline. I would be too if I were the Gales. This one, you can start to taste it a little bit. And I think another big thing here, just like you mentioned, Chris, this unreleasable penalty allows St. Mary's to take another draw without Dietrich at the faceoff X.
Good man ball there by St. Mary's. Broadwell picks it up. Telling his team to settle down here, though you are still man up, maybe just wanting to get personnel on. Daly through X. Lamone with it. Kind of twin cuts from the top. Lamone down, one more inside. Great look for Kacha. Just cuts the pipe.
The pipe has been very active today, Chris. And it's seen a lot of shots.
It has.
Deflected a lot of shots.
We've got those nets, too, that make the nice sound when you hit the middle of the net.
That's
so
great.
Who knows how much of the pipe we're actually getting, but it does feel that way.
Let's go, D!
St. Mary's possessing the ball. Bradley behind, up to Daly. Broadwell with it. Over to Lamone. Back top, Broadwell. Skip to Daly. Daly's got that hitch in his bag. Daly maybe putting up some pressure on Lamone to get his 5th as well. He's got 4 on the day. We've seen that hitch before. He's got firecrackers in his feet. He just seems to explode out of this jump, right? Bang!
It's a beautiful move.
Man down defense, a little slow to rotate, not wanting to create openings behind them. And guess what? Still in the box, Hunter Dietrich. St. Mary's has opened up a 5-goal game here with 5 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. Face-off violation against St. Mary's, so it will be San Jose State ball. Silver lining if you're the Spartans, maybe Dietrich is rested now. He's sitting in the shade under the tent over there. You're going to need him if you're going to want to make a comeback. You're also going to need this guy, Oshetsky. Good job teeing him up there from Jack Lantier. Forces him left, slide comes. Penalty is released. Now we're playing 6-on-6 lacrosse with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Dietrich is definitely going to want to try and make up for this penalty. In the time that he was in the penalty box, the Gales put in 2 more.
And Dietrich right away, as you mentioned, maybe trying to do a little too much there. Smart little goose out there, saves possession. This is where that zone can be a little suffocating. You feel like you have to maybe work a little harder. Maybe you're out of your base offense. Nice trail check there as Oshetsky was looking to take a shot. I think that was Broadwell getting a piece on the windup. Broadwell also bringing it upfield. Yeah, you could make an argument for a trip there. I think that's what was called. They are also offsides. That could be what's called too. San Jose State being showing a little bit of a, I don't know, they're making some errors here.
Yeah, some mental errors late in this game, Chris, and I think it comes with the emotion of this game. And I think they've probably seen the scoreboard too. They're down 5 goals right now. It's a little less than 4 minutes, and I guess 4 minutes and 34 seconds left in this game. They're going to be man down again.
It looks like they got Martinez for a hold. That'll be a 30-second penalty.
Normally at this point in the game, I'd start talking about the shot clock and how St. Mary's, hopefully with good clock management here, can really limit the number of possessions left in this game. Typically what I would say is that you would want to budget some amount of time to get a defensive stop and then some amount of time for offense for your team to climb back in and get a couple goals. I'm not sure how much that applies here because the Spartans have Dietrich, and so that is instant offense. He's gone right down the gut of the defense a couple times, and at the same time they find themselves man down here. And so maybe the typical amount of time that you would budget on a shot clock for a stop and the amount of time you would budget for a goal, and maybe that doesn't actually apply.
Yeah, I mean, if you just do, it looks like they're waving off the penalty. Maybe it was a loose ball hold. As there's no one in the box, and we have 6 defenders on the field. To your point, though, yeah, I think, shot clock sometimes is something you're thinking about, but here you're 5 goals down, 80-second shot clock. Okay, so hypothetically you need 400 seconds. That's, if you're a little bit over 6-7 minutes. We don't have 7 minutes. Absolutely. So you gotta go. You gotta go if you're San Jose State, and you want to hold and you want to waste that shot clock if you are St. Mary's.
Absolutely. I'm expecting good clock management here out of St. Mary's, and I think as you're seeing, I'm expecting San Jose State to go and pressure out a little bit. They have to take a couple more chances on the ball here, try and generate some extra possessions for themselves.
Daly maybe making a run for his 5th. Smartly just decides, hey, let's waste some clock. Back to Limon. At some point, you pop that goalie out and you get that double team going. As we mentioned, you can't really afford to waste 80, especially if Limon's going to just roll on you. Lucky that one didn't find the back of the net. No reset, though. 35 seconds left on the shot clock for the Gales. Salgado helping his team out smartly, escorts the ball around the perimeter. Oh, Limon up to Broadwell there. Broadwell takes a shot, still missed cage, so no reset. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Limon gets his left. Very, very low angle. Does get a reset as it hit the goalie in Lee, and wins the backup. So a big play there for the Gales. Fresh 80 seconds. When there's only 3 minutes remaining, 80 seconds is huge. Good work from Nambiar there. The initial check was clean. I think they got him for a push, or maybe he was out of bounds playing the ball. Got him for a violation there, but Nambiar, he's leaving it out on the field. He's had a tough matchup today, and I'd be proud of the way he's playing. Not giving up at all there until it seems like his hamstring gave up on him. Something to keep an eye on. Lee, nice save, one that you need. If you want to keep playing, you got to push this. Nice interception there. Aiden Davis making a huge play for his team. Works up to Daly. Again, fresh 80. Coach wants to... we're at injury timeout there for Nambiar. Yeah, you could see on that last dodge in the corner, Nambiar just let up a little bit. He went in to engage on Limon, felt something pop or something didn't feel right in his legs, hoping for the best out of a really good player. You can see here the remaining schedule for the weekend. Our first game is at the bottom of the screen there, looking like St. Mary's is going to advance with the technical upset, though we talked about the tiebreakers at the top of the broadcast here. They will face, if the score remains, they will face the winner of UC Santa Cruz and Chico State playing at 2 o'clock today. Next game on our field is the 1 seed in Division I, UC Santa Barbara taking on Sonoma State. And then our last game of the day at 4:30 is Cal Poly against California Bears. With both those teams, obviously the winners meeting up tomorrow at 3 p.m. for an automatic qualifier to nationals. Nambiar made his way off of the field, hopefully being seen, or he's going to make his way off of the field if play stops there, no matter how much I know he wants to be out there. If play stops, unfortunately, he cannot remain on the field. So he's going to take a breather. Really, really good work out of Akil Nambiar, freshman from Doherty Valley. He's one of a couple guys on this team from Doherty Valley. Out of Dublin, California. Seeming to be a little bit of a pipeline there.
They're producing a lot of really good lacrosse players at Doherty Valley. You know, there are a couple players in not only this game, but the future games that we have on our slate today that are out of there. And so definitely an up-and-coming lacrosse hotbed.
Yeah, and that East Bay Athletic League, known for teams like, De La Salle, Monte Vista, San Ramon Valley, Doherty Valley, maybe making a name for themselves. Daly drawing his man way up there, 30 seconds in the shot clock. They are in kill mode here. There's no reason to push. Pushing creates offense for the Spartans.
Spartans are now sending double team, it looks like.
Shea Williams over to Daly. Daly, they had to take a shot. Daly wanted it to be his. He wanted to get 5 as well. Ball bouncing around. Oshetsky's going to come up with this one. With 1 minute to play, there's no time to waste. Oshetsky's going to roll high and shoot. Good job from St. Mary's, not allowing what we all knew he wanted to do there. They continue to crash on that crease, much better than what we saw in the first half. St. Mary's anticipating, feeling the emotions of winning this game, playing with a lot of fire, breaking sticks on their way to it. With 17, Colton Farrell.
They can hold this one for the victory. That's got to feel sweet. That's got to feel sweet for the Gales, especially the way this one started, going down 2-0. They really bounced back and able to wrangle control of this game, taking it from 5-5 to getting a 5-goal lead and never relinquishing it from there.
Yeah, very entertaining game. Well played by both sides. I think the effort was there. That first 4 minutes in the third quarter was the difference in this game. St. Mary's went on that run, and that is what led to this score right here. 14-9 final score with the Gales prevailing, and they will have a date with the winner of UC Santa Cruz and Chico tomorrow afternoon at noon.
Well-earned victory there.
Really well earned, and in a fun game played by both sides. You could see in the players, right now they're walking around. St. Mary's, they're walking with a little bit more pep in their step, but both teams left everything on this field. You can feel what this means to them, and you can understand the emotions of a postseason win, and on the other side, a postseason loss.
Gosh, Chris, I love postseason lacrosse. I love playoff lacrosse. This is the best.
It is the best, and you're the best. And thank you all for watching and listening. We hope you stay on for the rest of our matchups today. We've got an 11:30 date between Sonoma State and UC Santa Barbara. We will be back for that. We hope you all have an excellent rest of your day. I'm Chris Nespor signing off.